You know, as a matter of fact, I want to look at the history, the problem between Nigeria and Ghana. And the truth must be told. What is killing the continent of Africa is we refuse to align with history. You see, in 1950s to 1960s, early post-independent cooperation and detention, both countries, Ghana and Nigeria, got their independence. Ghana independence was in 1957 and Nigeria was in 1960. Initially, relationship became cordial. Both nations were leaders in Pan-Africanism. Migration increased as Nigeria moved to Ghana and Ghanaians moved to work in Nigeria, especially in cocoa farm and the teaching jobs. Ghanaians also moved in Nigeria for trade. In 1969, Ghana expelled Nigerians when the then president, Prime Minister Kofi Abrafa Busia, who was the Prime Minister, he issued what we call Allen Compliance Order. You know, this was issued by the government of Ghana under the Prime Minister. What happened then? Over 500,000 immigrants, mostly Nigerians, other West Africans, were forced to leave Ghana. Reason? Ghana was facing economic hardship and the government blamed foreigners for taking their jobs and resources. The impact was thousands of Nigerians returned home under duress, causing tension and diplomatic strain. In 1983, Nigeria now expelled Ghana, where they have the umbrella name called Ghana Must Go. Events happened during the time of President Shehu Shagari of Nigeria, ordered the mass deportation of undocumented foreigners, including over 1 million Ghanaians. Trigger of the problem, Ghanaians' deportation of Nigeria. In 1969, Nigeria now facing its own economic crisis due to falling oil prices. The nickname Ghana Must Go, a phrase that originated from the cheap woven bag used by Ghanaians to pack their belongings. The impact of that deportation strained bilateral ties and mutual resentment. It left a lasting cultural impression. In 1985, second wave of expulsion from Nigeria. The event, under General Muhammad Buhari military regime, a second round of mass deportation occurred. Reason was continued economic pressure and anti-foreigner sentiment. Impact will further damage Nigeria-Ghana relationship through both countries avoided military and political escalations. In the year 2000, economic rivalry and trade tension. As both countries stabilized democratically and economically, Ghana attracted foreign investment due to its political stability, while Nigeria was seen as more volatile market. Competition in banking, oil, and the telecom intensified. Nigeria began opening retail shops in Ghana, leading to trade tensions. Between 2008 and 2020, Ghana cracked down on foreign trade events. Ghana's Union of Trade Association, GUTA, began closing Nigeria-owned shops. The law was the Ghana Investment Promotion Act required foreigners to invest at least $1 million and employ local staff. Nigerians' reaction accused Ghana of targeting each citizen and violating ECOWAS free movement and the trade protocols. The diplomatic response was Nigerians summoned Ghana envoy. Ghana denied wrongdoing, but tension grew. In 2020, Nigeria government accused Ghana of harassment. Nigeria accused Ghana of demolishing part of its diplomatic building, targeting Nigerian businesses unfairly, violating ECOWAS agreement. Ghana refuted these claims, and both governments agreed to immediate to mediate diplomacy. You know, the diplomatic and bilateral relationship was used to close out the present day and cooperation amidst competition. Ghana and Nigeria continue to compete economically, especially in fintech, oil and gas, as well as education and entertainment. Despite the history, the two countries' cooperation in ECOWAS, AU, and regional security efforts. On the top of the cultural exchange, you know, the music, the fashion industry, and the movie industry, however, softened this tension, especially among young generation. That's why, of current situation now, our people now started migrating to Ghana. Again, as it is, you see, there is a challenge now that Ghana has repaid roughly 90% of the 650 million of its out of 750 million gas supply debt to Nigeria under the West African gas pipeline. You know, under this framework, which will happen between April and February and April 2025. A small remaining balance is still under negotiation, but the repayment has averted a potential gas cutoff and stabilized economic cooperation. Ghana banned foreign participation in local gold market, effect from May 2025. Restrict non-citizens, including Nigeria, from artisanal and the small-scale gold trading. This combined with Ghana $1 million capital requirement for foreign retailers continue to breed resentment among Nigerian traders and intensifying regulatory tension tied to ECOWAS free movement provisions. The diplomatic engagement and the regional leadership seems taking office on January 7, 2025, Ghanaian President John Mahama has been actively mediating between ECOWAS and the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. The countries that withdrew from ECOWAS in early 2025. He visited Nigeria. He said Nigeria in March 2025, including talk with President Tinubu to bridge these regional blocks. However, Nigeria as an ECOWAS chair is bolstering regional integration efforts and is supporting Ghana mediators' role in calming the ECOWAS tension. You know, on this migration of economic mobility, approximately 770,000 Nigerians lives in Ghana now, drawn by economic opportunity, political stability, and easy ECOWAS mobility. Visa-free travel up to 90 days, yet concern from Ghanaian market vendors about competition continue to surface, sometimes hitting at xenophobic undertone. Long-term cooperation moves. But government recently announced $25 billion in industry and energy infrastructure investment, with Ghana securing about $12 billion and Nigeria $3 billion via Afrexim and the other financiers, emphasizing mutual growth and economic integration. Ghana is seeking capital and diplomacy to enhance land dispute resolution and the foreign direct investment certainties, which indirectly benefit Nigeria investors and raises confidence in doing business across border. Now, both countries continue to collaborate in ECOWAS through this AFCFTA framework. I will tell you what it means. It's African-wide economic currency adaptation. So, final resolution on Ghana remaining the gas debt. Adjustment of the pushback in Ghana trade and retail policies. So, these are the current situation. Ghana and Nigeria, the government to step in to solve this problem. A lot of Ghanaians are living in Nigeria and a lot of Nigerians are living in Ghana. And we are brothers and we are sisters. We should live in peace. This is the situation in Ghana. This is the situation in Nigeria. This is why this problem is pushing up. So we plead with President Ahmed Tinubu. He's a very diplomatic man who understands the steps on what to do to step forward with the current president of Ghana to give peace another chance and let the country live. One love, Ghana. We love you guys. We love you guys. Akwaba.